Type 1 diabetes is a family-altering event. Tonight, the Halsinger family shares how this disease impacts their lives. At age 3, Noah, one of their twins, was diagnosed.
Noah was diagnosed in December of 2004, and we went from basically getting rid of a diaper bag to a diabetes bag. We never go anywhere without carrying all the supplies we need to take care of Noah. We have low blood sugar things, we have insulin, we have to refrigerate the insulin, and you have to make sure you have it with you at all times. All of our cars have some low blood sugar things in the glove boxes just in case we need it, and diabetes bag's out of reach.
I'm a guy who fixes things. I build elevators and repair them for a living. I built the boys a tree house at home. I fix the cars at home. If there's a plumbing problem, I can fix it all. But when Noah was diagnosed with diabetes, I quickly learned that I couldn't fix it no matter what I did. It was really gut-wrenching to know that there was something that a parent couldn't do for their child. I was willing to go to the end of the earth for him. The only thing I could do is manage this disease. It's the best that I can do until there's a cure that's found.
Starting kindergarten was very difficult. We went to different schools to see who could take care of Noah's diabetes, and we were shut down on many schools, but we ended up with a school that had a school nurse, and we would set up an appointment with them to go through all the paperwork that needed to be filled out and set up our 504 plan. We had an educational session with all of the people that come in contact with him throughout the day, and they all have low blood sugar items handy in case Noah goes low. Sick days are the worst. Sick days are not fun with any children because it's always the mom that they want, but with diabetes it's even harder because the blood sugars kind of work backwards. When you think that they're going to be high, they end up low, and vomiting is really serious when they're sick. You can end up with ketones, and it's very scary. You have to end up calling the on-call doctor and discuss the whole process with them, and it's never-ending learning.
The boys, I never want to hold Noah back, but there's certain things that scare me to death. You know, he's really been getting comfortable with riding his bike, and they want to be able to ride their bike around the block. And I'm not so much worried about them being abducted or something happening and crashing their bikes. I'm more worried that when he's a quarter mile away on the other side of the block, that his blood sugar is going to drop and there's nobody going to be around that can do anything about it. I still want to give him his freedom, and I want him to be able to grow up as a little boy and do all have these great boy adventures. But he also has limitations. It just absolutely kills me to have to impose these limitations on his health because of his health.
Hi, I'm Noah Halsinger. I'm 9 years old, and I got diabetes when I was in 2004, and I was 3 when I got it. I do not remember not having diabetes. Sometimes I'm afraid my whole family will get it. I have to check my blood sugar about 10 times a day, and sometimes I have to do it in class. I go to the doctors a lot. I have to eat a lot of carbohydrates before I go to sports. Sometimes I have to leave the field because I feel low. I made not a lot of friends with diabetes. I just had a great summer with diabetes camp, but I never get a break from diabetes all the time. I met Congressman Bill Young to tell him that we want to find a cure. He has diabetes also. He and Noah also talked about their blood sugars.
When I wake up, I go to school. After school, I go to workouts. After workouts, I go to football practice. And when I get home, I do my homework. And I just can't imagine what it would be like to have diabetes like Noah and do all of that. When Noah was diagnosed, I was 10 years old. My brother was 14. And we got a call from my mom, and she told us that he was diagnosed with diabetes. We both just started crying, and we had no idea what it was.
When I first started babysitting, I wasn't sure what to do. I had to learn a lot of things to do to make sure I knew what to do when he was low or high. Even though I could call my parents if I needed to, I tried not to give them their space away from it so that we could actually try to control it on ourselves, me and my other brother. Eventually got comfortable enough with it to where I could actually, I wanted to take him to a hockey game and I wasn't scared. I knew exactly what I was doing. If he was low or high, I knew exactly what to do and where to go if something drastically changed, and I was prepared for it.
The Halsingers work every day to help find a cure, going well beyond what many would do. They not only volunteer and contribute to JDRF, they participate in clinical trials.
The entire family participated in the TrialNet study. We all were tested for diabetes antibodies, and Harrison and I were tested positive. We participated in the study to date. We go every 6 months to Shands up at UF, and they just do an oral glucose test that lasts for 3 hours. We spend the night, get up in the morning, and they do the test. It was very rough in the beginning with Harrison. He was 3 years old. He's crying why they have to stick this needle in him, but he knew he was doing it for Noah.